Alrighty, what's up everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're going to be hopping into part 2 of the War of the Spark Chronicles event, and we're going to be doing it Pauper style. Now, yesterday I had asked everyone to take a vote, or take a poll, and tell me which deck y'all wanted to see. Is it a spell, Simic Ramp Proliferate, or mono black, not another rat colony deck? Secretly, it's a rat colony deck. And the most votes, or what had the most votes, was this Ramp Proliferate deck. So it was kind of a close second with the Rat Colony, but it was still off by about 15-20%. So obviously y'all had a very strong feeling about this deck. So it is going to be our kicker for this event, or our starter, I guess, for this event. And that doesn't mean we won't end up playing the Rat Colony deck. It just means we'll probably end up playing it tomorrow. So all those of you that wanted to see it, have no fear. For it will be here. Ignore my terrible rhymes. Nonetheless, before we get into the deck tech and the deck breakdown, like usual, I want to go ahead and remind everybody, if you enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like down below and a comment in the comment section if you have any suggestions on this deck, future decks, or past decks. Furthermore, if you're new here, consider subscribing. It's free and it helps support the channel, helps support me, and gives you notifications whenever I come out with all these wacky deck ideas. So yeah. Kicking us off, we're going to have 4 copies of Arboreal Grazer and 4 copies of Llanowar Elves, just to help us ramp, right? The name of why these creatures are in the deck is in the title. 3 copies of Contentious Plan. Yeah, Proliferate, draw a card. Again, kind of in the name, right? For 2 mana, draw a card, not terrible. It'll at least cycle itself. We do have 2 copies of Kasmina's Transmutation. This is pretty much the hardest removal we have in our colors, so, and I do like to have removal just in case. We have 3 copies of Pollenbright Druid, which can either put a +1/+1 counter on target creature to start our proliferation chain, or we can proliferate with it. So it's good mid game, it's good early game, it's good late game. It's just good for a common. It's pretty good. Then we have 4 copies of Growth Spiral, again to help us ramp, 3 copies of Guildpact Informant. I really just want to see how well this card does. It's basically 1 extra mana, but it's a grateful apparition, right? 1/1 flying, that whenever it deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, proliferate. So, can definitely take away the game just with that card by itself. Then we have 4 copies of Courage in Crisis, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, then proliferate. 2 copies of Tamiyo's Epiphany, scry 4, then draw 2 cards. 2 copies of Thunderdrake, which is a creature that doesn't really have anything to do with Proliferate, but it has a very easy built-in mechanic to where it can put counters on itself, and then you can proliferate it. So I think Thunderdrake is a really strong common, actually. So moving us down, we have 3 copies of Bloomhulk, a solid 4/4 creature coming in at 4 mana, and whenever it enters the battlefield, it's going to proliferate. So, you know, and it looks pretty cool, right? Actually, it looks really dope. I gotta say, this is probably one of my more favored arts from the new set. Anyways, we have 2 copies of Coldwater Snapper following that. Reason being, we're trying to put counters on our creatures. We're trying to make them really big. We would absolutely hate it if we got them really big and then they just get Spark Harvested, right? Because Spark Harvest is a common card, so be wary. It only costs 1 mana if they choose to sacrifice a creature, and then all of your work can be, you know, poof, gone. So we want to have some hexproof creatures, and maybe you want to even add in more than 2 copies. Maybe you want to go back and add in the Homunculus, or maybe you want to go back and add in a Paradise Druid, as it does have hexproof as well, and it allows you to ramp, and it has the hexproof, you know, to protect it once it gets bigger. Again, all that's up to you, but this is how I've chosen to make the deck. So change it how you will. Just be sure to report back on, you know, how well it does. Nonetheless, finishing this deck tech or deck breakdown is going to be Kiora's Dambreaker, another 6 mana drop. 5/6 enters the battlefield. It's going to proliferate. So just a solid top end that can hopefully raise up our bottom end a little bit. And the only mana fixing that we actually have in Pauper is the Simic Guildgates and the Woodland streams. So yeah, if you were ever going to be playing a slow deck, now is the time. So we'll go and hop in here. No escape, Pauper. We will hit start and choose our deck. Alrighty, I'll see y'all in the games. Alrighty, here we are in a game 1 up against Indrid Cold. Indrid is cold. Somebody get this man a towel. Alright, so we do go first, which is fantastic. Turn 1 Llanowar always feels good, right? Now, I'm thinking we go turn 2 Pollenbright, because I don't want to start putting counters on my elf. I'd rather put them on my Pollenbright, being this early in the game. If we were more mid-game, I probably wouldn't worry about it as much, because we'd have more lands down. So yeah, what I might even do is throw down the Woodland Stream, since we know we're not going to be playing anything else. It sort of gets us out of that little... yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put the +1 on Pollenbright. But it gets us out of that situation later where we're like, oh man, Woodland Stream's going to come in tapped. Try to play your tapped things on turns where you're not going to be able to play anything else afterwards. So yeah, I think we may just go ahead and go for the Courage and Crisis here, or we could save it and try and draw out something a little bit bigger and ramp a little bit. I do kind of like the idea of that, so let's just go ahead and Growth Spiral. Guildpact Informant. Now if we play an island, we can actually go ahead and play the Guildpact this turn, so that's what we're going to do. And this way next turn we can play Courage and Crisis, and we are going to swing in. And we'll put a counter on the Guildpact Informant. We will raise the Guildpact Informant that we just put a counter on, as well as our Pollenbright Druid. And then once we attack with the Informant, we're going to give him another counter. So, what is that, 3 counters in 1 turn? Yeah. I'll take it. 2 for the Pollenbright, 3 for the Informant. So, as long as it can survive, of course, that is the one clause that really matters. Bloomhulk. Hey, feels kind of good when it comes down and doesn't have anything to proliferate, right? Okay, so yep, we will go ahead and go Courage and Crisis on the Guildpact Informant and submit. And we might as well go ahead and play the Woodland Stream. We can't play the other Courage and Crisis, but that's okay. And we'll swing in with the Guildpact Informant. So yeah, now we have 2 4/4s. They have 1. And we're moving on our merry way. If we just decide to play Courage and Crisis again next turn, which they may do something to the Guildpact Informant here, I wouldn't blame them if they did. It is certainly a scary way to lose. They are targeting it hard. Blink of an eye. Okay. Pretty much what we could have expected. Do I want to trade the Pollenbright for the Blink of an Eye, or for the Bloomhulk? No. No, I don't. I just want to take the damage, actually. And here's why. We're going to play this back down, and we can play Courage and Crisis. Yes, fantastic. So we'll play the Guildpact. We're going to go and play the Courage and Crisis and select the Guildpact again. This is going to make our Pollenbright Druid big enough to kill the Bloomhulk. And I think, yeah, we're going to go ahead and swing all in. Even if they defend with their Llanowar, then we're at least taking out some of their mana. Sure, they may take us down to 12. I'm willing to risk it for the biscuit. You got to every once in a while, right? So let's see what our Bolas Avatar friend has for us. We have 0 cards. We are all carded out. We need something besides land. Just don't give me a land. Like literally, we can play anything that we draw into. You know, give me a Dambreaker. Give me a Kiora's Dambreaker. Let me proliferate and get a big ass monster down. Oh, another card I thought about playing in this deck, and I thought about it so very hardly. Is the new Stealth Mission card, and it reads put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature, and that creature can't be blocked this turn. So yeah, that is like, it was so close to a maybe. It's really not funny. Okay, so they just swung in and chose to have no defenders. We're gonna swing back in, but it feels like they have an instant speed, right? Blink of an eye. Okay, this is a fun game. I may actually sack my Llanowar to their Bloomhulk here just to throw them off. Because we have enough mana, like I said, to cast everything that we could need. So now Llanowar is just a 1 mana creature, you know? It's just like you and me, sitting down here in the slums. Aeromunculus. Aeromunculus. Well, that is scary. But, like I said, we'll block with the Llanowar, and we'll have the Pollenbright. Come on, something besides a fucking land, please. Por favor. Alright, so we'll deal 5 this turn. No, they're going to block it with their Aeromonculus. Awesome, awesome. Alright, we're not going to play the land. Maybe they'll think we finally have something worthwhile playing. Okay, so we're just going back and forth. The thing is, though, it takes them 3 turns to kill me. It takes me 2 turns to kill them. Thunderdrake. Unless they just keep... Ooh, Cold Water Snapper. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. Alright, so now Pollenbright Druid, you swing in. Do they defend with the Thunderdrake? That is the true question. No, they take it to the face. Alrighty. Now's when things get interesting. If they drew a land, I think we have it. Right? Bloomholt. Okay, well, you know, not a land, but at least they don't get any benefits out of the Proliferate. I think we can still pull this out. Our Guildpact is... Oh... Why'd I have to say anything about anybody drawing a land? That's just so disheartening. Alrighty. Well, if we swing in, they're gonna double block, right? If we swing in with Pollenbright, they got us on the Bloomhulk, right? Double block with Bloomhulk. We take 1 out. They still have 1. They have the flyer. We're down to a Cold Water Snapper. If we swing in with both, they double block on the Cold Water, maybe? Pollenbright gets blocked. They lose 1 unit. They have 1 to attack next turn. I think this is fine. I think we gotta press our luck here. So they block the Bloomhole. Do they block the Cold Water? That's the question. They do not. Okay. So they're down to 1. They have 2 creatures left for their next turn, and they have to deal 8 damage. However, if both attack, then our Cold Water could finish them off. So, you know, just trying to edge our way to victory, little by little. No attacks. Fantastic. Hey, we got another creature. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so if we swing in, they double block. No, they have a spell to buff them, right? There's no way we can afford this swing in. Let's just wait. We have 1 extra creature, so if they don't put a creature down, then we have them just off of numbers, right? Because if they play a spell and take out my Cold Water, it could just be over, right? We've been hitting a whole lot of lands. If we hit a land after they take out my Cold Water Snapper, we're going to be fumbling. So, let's see. Land? No play. No play. Oh, goodness. I'm so absolutely terrified right now. Because they're just so nonchalantly sitting there, right? We have damage. They gotta have something. If they blink of an eye, they block, they still don't have lethal, right? Even if they have a 3rd copy of Blink of an Eye. Oh, I feel like I'm making a mistake. But at the same time, I feel like if I don't swing in, that is the mistake, right? So, Cold Water double blocked. Oh! Okay, they just can't count. People like this always scare me, right? Like, most of the time, whenever someone knows that they've lost, they're like, okay, you know, I concede, I'm out. People that stick around with 1 health, that's the ones you gotta be worried of. So yeah, we'll go and hop into a game 2 here. Will-E Matrix. Will-E Matrix. Sure. Oh, and we go second. Ugh. Decisions, right? This is difficult. Half of me wants to keep it, and the other half says, well, if the same thing happens that happened the last game, we're off to nowhere near as good of a start, and our opponent just sort of flips all of our stuff back into our hand. Oh no, Demir. You know one thing that I am so thankful for? Thought Erasure is not a common card. Now, they still have Duress and Divest and, what is the new one? 3 mana, it amasses, you can take a card. Toll of the Invasion. There you go. Toll of the Invasion, you know, still does exist. It's still a thing. I kind of want to get down the Arboreal Grazer and start, you know, buffing it with the Pollenbright Druids, but I feel like that's maybe a mistake. So let's just go and get a Pollenbright Druid down, and we'll put a counter on her. And we'll say, you know, good luck. Hopefully you can make it. Spellkeeper weird. Their deck is worrying me. I'm not gonna lie. So next turn we can play the Guildpact. I think we want to go with Pollenbright because after Guildpact Informant, we're more than likely going to want to be playing Courage and Crisis, right? We have fucking 3 of them. Yeah, play one of these on our Guildpact, and then we'll be hopefully sitting nice. They have a whole lot of, yeah, things like that, I assume. No, they're just getting in the 1 damage. I guess they're going for the long game with this. That's okay. Guildpact Informant, you just survive, right? You just live through this 1 turn, and we'll talk about your future. How about that, you little butterfly fairy thing? It's certainly not what I imagine Jace's little helper to be like, right? Because that's Jace right there that she's informing to, isn't it? Looks kind of like him. Hey, you survived. Informant, I am very, very proud of you. Now, we do have the mana for Tamiyo's Epiphany as well. We might as well go ahead and get down the Grazer. And then, yeah, put the counter on the Informant and then Proliferate. And then swing in. Do we want to swing in with the Pollenbright? They can't really defend it. And come next turn, we still have a defender of our own. So, yeah, I think so. Let's go ahead and get in the 6 damage. And Proliferate. Alrighty, now if we can get them above 5, that would be fantastic. It would feel, yeah, that'd be why. Fuck you. Obnixilus's Cruelty, such a dirty card. It feels so like bad when it happens to you, right? You're like, oh, ugh. Alright, enough of my sound effects. So we could still put a counter on the Arboreal Grazer, make it go up to a 2/5, and our Pollenbright up to a 5/5. That is an option. Or we can just Tamiyo's Epiphany and sort of draw out what we need, right? That sounds pretty good. Okay, so Cold Water can go back. I still want it. I still definitely want it, especially with the Courage and Crisis. Actually, and these two give us the Cold Water, right? The land plus the Llanowar. So, yeah, I think we want it like that. And Guildpact can stay back. But I think we want all of them on top, right? Then we just do this and this. Next turn, we have the Cold Water. Turn after that, we have enough for 2 Courage and Crisis on the Cold Water, which makes it, what? 5/6, and then a 6/7, and then a 7/8, and an 8/9. We'll have an 8/9 with Hexproof. Oh my goodness! Oh, hopefully they don't have a counter. I was about to say, I didn't even think about that. They have full mana up. Okay, so no counters. Fantastic. Yes, very nice. Oh no! Don't return Obnixilus's Cruelty. Oh, they did it anyways. It's 3 mana though, right? Oh yeah, but it's their turn, huh? That's awkward. Probably gonna be taking out the Pollenbright Druid here. Surely they didn't get, yeah. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I wanted my Cold Water Snapper to have a brother in arms, if you will. Okay, so we can play. Actually, this is what I want to do. Let's get down the Guildpact Informant because say it survives, fantastic. And then we'll get down 1 Courage and Crisis on the Cold Water, and say, hey, looky here, you got a big old turtle thing coming at you. Really though, I do enjoy the art for a Cold Water Snapper. I don't know why it makes me feel, or it reminds me of Final Fantasy, right? Don't ask me. Maybe it's because they always had weird creatures that could be islands in their games as well. I don't know. Either way, we're gonna stick to the plan here. Guildpact Informant. You are going to get proliferated, my brethren. And then we're going to Growth Spiral. Hey, Arboreal Grazer. You know what that is? A card we chump block with. That's what that is. Alright, and then we're going to swing in for the 10 damage. Do they defend? No! Oh, goodness. That's scary, right? Now, we have to be careful of their Darkblade agents, as they can get Death Touch. So, actually, Willy Matrix is just going to scoop it out. They've had enough. They've seen enough. Alright, so game 2 getting picked up, you know, kind of kind of nonchalantly. One more game and we'll have the Kasmina Enigmatic Mentor glass style card art. Nonetheless, we'll go and hop into a game 3 here. S-Drock, or Strdrock, you know, something like that. Rock? I don't know. SD Rock. I feel like there's literally not a million, not literally. Maybe I should stop using literally. I feel like I overuse it. But I feel like there are a lot of combinations in which you can say people's names, and having nothing to bounce it off of it kind of makes me feel like a fool sometimes up here just reading names, and y'all are like, no, it's like this. Okay, so our opponent is probably playing mono white aggro, punch you in the face, right? Because they have the Snapboard. I'm guessing they're gonna have a few more aggro creatures come this turn, like 2 probably. That's okay. Revitalized. No, I was wrong. That's odd. Maybe they're just playing mono white, but they're not playing mono white big things. They're just playing mono white. So sure, I guess we can just Courage and Crisis and make our Pollenbright Druid, you know, huge. And by huge, I mean a 4/4, so not actually huge, but big enough. One more land, and we can get down to Bloomhulk, which would be nice. Be very nice, because then we could Courage and Crisis one of our Bloomhulks, right? And get some Law Rune Enforcer. That's unfortunate because it can actually tap my Pollenbright Druid. So we may just go ahead and Kasmina's Transmutation on the Law Rune Enforcer this turn because, you know, fuck that ability. And we still have another one in hand, so it's not like it's anything to sneeze at. Now we'll swing all in, and they'll probably block with the Law Rune. Yes, indeed. Oh, you know what we should have done there, actually? We should have swung in and then thrown down the Transmutation. Because they wouldn't have blocked with Law Rune, you know, had Law Rune not had the Transmutation on it, because it still would have had value. The only reason they blocked with it is because it had no value whatsoever, right? So, hey, there's a Bloomhulk. That's what I like to see. That is what I like to see. So we'll submit, and then we'll swing in and get the 5 damage here. But yeah, I think that would have been the right play. Sure, they would have had another creature here to defend with, so maybe not. I don't know. I just feel like that's something. Wow, S-Rock. It's SD Rock. What are you doing to me? Game 3 getting picked up in a jiffy, really. And I think I'm actually going to go ahead and call it here because I need to go ahead and record tomorrow's video today because I do open tomorrow. So, and I'd like to try and stick to schedule. I have been trying to get ahead, believe it or not, on my videos. So, anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. And I know I didn't mention it all video, but yes, I got a haircut for those of you wondering. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. So until either later tonight or tomorrow, peace.